Hi, thanks for checking out my YouTube channel, and thanks for checking out. This is going to be the playlist on how to read sheet music. So this will probably be a pretty long playlist, I guess. I'm really just starting it out right now. Um, but we're going to hopefully take you through everything that you're going to need to understand any type of sheet music you would ever encounter, whether you're reading full score or just piano music or just, band music or what have you. We're going to take you through everything that you would need to be able to understand how to read sheet music. So I guess the way we're going to break this down is we're really going to break it down into three different components. I guess three different units of, where I shouldn't say units. I think I use units. I'm going to use the word units later on, but three different chapters, I guess, of information that we're going to break down sheet music into. And they're kind of oriented around the three different characteristics that I'm going to break sheet music down into, or the three different pieces of information that sheet music gives you. So, the first thing that whenever you look at a piece of sheet music, the first thing that you should notice, or the first thing that sheet music is telling you, is how long you're going to play whatever note you're going to play, or how long you're going to rest, or kind of what what the situation is with the timing of what you're doing. So I'm just going to call that uh, duration. So how long a note lasts. And I'm also going to call this rhythm. So duration or rhythm. That's kind of the first thing, the first characteristic of what you should be looking at when you look at a piece of sheet music. The second characteristic is going to be what pitch you play, or I would say I'm going to call this tone, because it's more than just pitch. It could be, if you're a drummer, it's whether you hit the snare drum versus the ride cymbal, or it's it can be whether you if you were hmm, yeah, if you're a percussionist, it can really be anything. It could be if you hit a cowbell versus a triangle or what have you. But it's also going to cover stuff like if you're a pianist, if you should play middle C versus a C above middle C, or an E or a G, or just what have you. All of these kind of fall under the tone category, and we could also call this pitch. This is the the chapter, I guess, the second chapter is kind of where we're going to cover what pitches to play, what pitches match up with what rhythm. And then the third category is kind of a miscellaneous category. I'll kind of write that down. Other miscellaneous information that you would be getting. And a lot of it is very important. So this is really where we're going to be covering dynamics. So I don't know if you've ever heard the term dynamics before, but dynamics pretty much means whether you're going to play something loud versus soft. So you can have, an example of typical dynamics would be, we could start out playing fortissimo, which means very loud, and then we will decrescendo down to pianissimo, and then we will crescendo again up to mezzo forte, or something like that. So this is, and it's fine if you don't understand what this means right now. This particular example means that we would be going from pretty much as loud as we can play down to as soft as we can play, and then going back up to kind of somewhere in the middle is sort of what this example is saying. But this dynamics is really going to fall into our third chapter of information that is just going to cover some performance practices. Particularly if you're a string player, we're going to get into some stuff. String players have specific notations. I'm not incredibly well versed on it right now, but I will be by the time I by the time I make the video. String players have specific notations that tell them whether they should be playing a down bow or an up bow for certain notes. So they've got specific notations, and that's going to fall into this third chapter as well. I'll probably hit on that after dynamics, because dynamics, everyone really has to know dynamics, and this is kind of, up bow versus down bow, sort of string specific stuff. But anyway, that hopefully gives you an idea of the type of stuff that we're going to cover in the third chapter of these videos. But for right now, we're going to do these pretty much in sequential order. So for the next probably handful of videos that you'll find in this playlist, we're really going to be dealing exclusively with this first category, with duration and rhythm and stuff like that. So we're going to cover pretty much the majority of the rhythmic stuff first. We're not going to hit every single thing about rhythm in this first chapter, because there is stuff that I'm going to put at the end of the playlist as kind of maybe an appendix or something like that. But for the next bunch of videos, we're going to really concentrate on 99.9% of all the rhythmic stuff that you would ever need to know to to be able to read music. So, with that said, just start erasing and we'll get started. This kind of takes a little while. I had this set up in I actually made, I think, probably 12 of these videos. So I guess you're watching this first video in the playlist right now. I had actually made all of these before, but something messed up with my software and they came out all in mono. Anyway, to get started, we're going to go over the 3 most basic forms of notes that you'll encounter. So, 3 most basic notes. And again, a reminder, we're really only dealing with duration right now. So we're not dealing at all with pitch. All this is telling you is how long you're going to play whatever note you're going to play, if you're going to play a C or a G or anything like that. So we're really just dealing with rhythm and duration. So the first note that we're going to talk about is the quarter note. Quarter note has a filled-in note head and a stem that goes up. This is the quarter note. And I'm going to write these as fractions. I hope I'm not confusing anyone. So this is 1 over 4 is 1/4, which is a quarter. And I'm going to say going to have a column down here, in 4/4 time, this is going to get 1 beat. And it's okay if you don't understand this down here. I'll explain this more in the next few videos. So in 4/4 time, quarter note gets 1 beat. Then the next note is a half note. Looks like exactly like a quarter note, except the quarter note, the note head is filled in with the stem, and this one, the note head is open. So we don't have the note head filled in. Stem goes up, and this is a half note. And in 4/4 time, this gets 2 beats, receives 2 beats. And then finally, we have a whole note. Whole note looks just like a half note, but without the stem. So it just kind of looks like an oval. And I didn't do a very good job of drawing an oval there, but hopefully you get the point. And this is, I'll just write a 1 right there for a whole note. And this in 4/4 time is going to get 4 beats. And I think I'm out of time right now. It's okay if you don't understand this information down here right now. I'm going to go over this much more in the next few videos. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.